Yeah. 144. Yeah. Yeah. But the rest get to it. Ain't taking no shot, get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Undisputed, I can prove it. Bro, boy, we can do it. Nigga, ain't nothing to it. Ain't no doubt, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it. Hey. I don't care what they talking. All I want is my Porsche. I'ma ride up clean. Look at me. I'm a false. Kill them off like a boss. Nigga, you better stop it. I'm all about my profit. I'm shooting off like a rocket. Who got to blow these niggas out the water? He go hard and go hard. Steph Curry fourth quarter. All I got is my Knicks. All I fear is my ball. All I bring is that slaughter. Blind water, Pearl Harbor. He ain't real, he alive. If he real, who am I? Got his ass in the fire. UPK till I die. Please don't cross the line. Try to stop trying. Boom, shop is power wide. I'm on the grind. Let's get to it. Never time and believe. You ain't hungry, nigga. I brought a whole army of niggas. So I ain't move with precision. Follow every order given. Let's get to it. Nigga, let's get to it. Ain't taking no shit, get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Undisputed, I can prove it. 1-4, make it do it. Nigga, ain't nothing to it. Ain't no cows, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it. Real the truth that I'm speaking. Lot of hate for no reason. You probably don't understand. That's why I got the master plan. You know the power in my hand. Send the shit on demand. You better watch where you stand. Get flamed up and ain't changing up for nobody. They're warfare, what you know about? This ain't a rap, this a message. Ain't a real be respected. Fake niggas like a virus. A lot of niggas infected. I came to correct. Bought a whole bunch of soldiers. They moving out of stretch. When the rebels in the inch, all the niggas in the exit. Them niggas get the spring. I be mad at your attention. Cause I'm a nigga, I ain't fold. Plus you know a nigga hold it. Nigga look how I'm rolling. Show the check by the minute. He smooth but I'm clean. Flow like Aquafina. Hit him run the syrup game. Yeah, I gotta deliver, about to have a baby, but I still wanna breathe. Let's get to it, nothing comes to a dream. I'm strictly getting, I'm all about the business. Rock solid and relentless. You came to make free, I came to make a killing. That's why I'm gonna kill it. These niggas hurting, and Swan Fisher nigga. You need a healing. I know you can hear me. I'ma bet you a rookie. And Kanye, you a Donald Trump, I'm a pussy. I'm a king, you a cookie. Ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm too ready. Let's get to it. Clap it up, clap it up. Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Tonight is Tuesday night, Brotherhood class. I'm Priest and Officer DeWarrior Allah. To my left is Priest and Officer Ron. And we're going to get into it today. Just like Kamikaze said, let's get to it. Right. So today's class is talking about warring with your brothers. And we got to understand something that we have to understand that Christ was, like when we say Christ was an austere man and the Lord is a man of war, you got to understand the spirit behind that. You got to understand that we are warring, what's Salakia, first of all, is there any questions in the room? Salakia. No questions? Okay, so what do we war against here? What are we battling? Go ahead.
So we're warring against our captors.
No. Go ahead.
Like this, sir. We war against spirits.
Spirits, exactly. So let me say it like this. Do you know a precept? What precept am I thinking of? About the warfare, the type of warfare that we do.
Salaka, is it the
you can paraphrase it.
We war not against flesh and blood, but spiritual powers and principalities.
Hey, give him a hand. Mm-hmm. Give him a hand. Matter of fact, bring that up. Let me get Ephesians, the 6th chapter. Verse 12. Read it when you got it.
Karamakan. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
But we what?
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
So we not wrestling against flesh and blood. Meaning, like, when we go to war, we're not going, this isn't a physical war. This isn't a physical fight per se. So the scriptures are saying we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Flesh and blood is another person like you. Keep going.
Karamakan. But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Hey, switch out the mic too.
No, you just gotta get it right.
Oh, you got to get around. Hey, come up to the front row, brother. But yeah, we hey, read it again.
Karamakan. But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
We wrestling principalities and powers. You know what those principalities and powers are? The LGBTQ community. You know what those principalities and powers are? Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Right.
We wrestling against something bigger than just a physical fight that you could just step into the ring and square up with. These are wickedness in high places. Keep going. Some more on that.
Karamakan. The darkness of this world against spiritual wickedness.
Against what?
Against spiritual wickedness.
Against spiritual wickedness. Spiritual wickedness. That's what you got to realize. You in a fight against spiritual wickedness. Like people don't even recognize how wicked it is to eat a damn bacon sandwich.
Right.
We had ancestors that was dismembered and tortured in front of their family not to eat bacon.
Right.
It said in the scriptures. In the Maccabees. That's wrestling against spiritual wickedness. Meanwhile, we telling our brothers and sisters don't eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. They like, man, it's just a little crunchy shrimp. You know, it ain't no big deal.
Right.
That's spiritual wickedness you wrestling against. And it's been so, our people have been conditioned into this slave mentality and conditioned to sin against our Lord so that we don't have our power on our side, that it's just normal. It's normal now. It's been normalized to be wicked. I mean, get Commander General YAHANNA in the truth, man. Right. Because without the brotherhood that he showed, which is the same brotherhood that Christ showed, we wouldn't be able to come up out of this.
Right.
We would still be stuck in this. We would still be out here not knowing who we were, not having an identity, sinning against our Lord, and not even having a chance to endure to the end.
Right.
But you got a chance to avoid that second death now. You got a chance. Any more on that out?
In high places.
Read it again.
Karamakan.
This is the last part of the last verse you was reading. It's like 14. Where you at? 14?
Still at 12, sir.
Oh yeah, keep going.
Karamakan. Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places. Them high places is all the way to the top of the government, which is why the damn LGBTQ community has more legislation passed for them than damn blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got. They just started a damn movement. We'd have been having a movement for hundreds of years. How do they have more traction and more rights than us? How does your sexual orientation deem you more rights than somebody's they whole just existence?
Right.
That's because it's spiritually wicked in high places. They push that agenda. You know why they slapping them millionaire basketball players on the back, on their butts every time, them old white creepy men? Because they spiritual wickedness in high places. They conditioning them to be just like they buck breaking them silently, right before your eyes. Go ahead, huh?
And it's like, sir, that was so heavy that you said that because the LGBT got all these rights from black people going to the polls thinking that Obama was gonna actually do something for blacks.
Right. Right. And Obama is not our brother.
Right.
Obama is an African.
That's right.
We not Africans. And that goes to tell you that the scriptures talking about spirits of people. These spirits of these different groups of people, they far beyond just the color of your skin. It's not about skin color and skin tone. It's about what people you belong to and the spirit that those people possess as a nation. Because the Lord deal with nations. He deal with one man at a time who he directly deals with. And right now that man is Commander General YAHANNA.
Right.
That's right.
Just like in the time of old, it was Moses. Just like in the time it was King David and Solomon. The Lord don't deal with a bunch of people at one time. He deals with one person at one time. But he does give a judgment to a nation. He doesn't, the nations will share the same judgment. And you know that because we share the same punishments since the damn garden. We still being punished from the damn garden. Any more on that?
Sir, verse 13.
Let me see. Yeah, keep going.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and verse 13.
Matter of fact, no, drop that and give me John 15 and 12. Give me John 15 and 12. So, like, you got something, sir?
Please.
Hey, so you got to understand too that warfare, you need your brothers in this war.
Right, like you said, you need brothers in war because, when you look at these other nations, you know what I'm saying, these other nations have their back, each other's back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they ride, like when you go, when you look at it, when you just go look at France or something, like when something happened in France, like the citizens, they tap the whole city to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it's an act of police brutality or something, like that community or that group of people, they stand together. You know what I'm saying? And they and not to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, how we do, we just get out there and march. You know what I'm saying, and hoop and holler for a couple hours and then we go on back home and put on our red, white, and blue. But they get stuff done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if a citizen is hurt here in America, China's finna say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look here. Y'all hurt one of our citizens. That's why it was so easy for them to pass that Stop Asian Hate thing.
Yeah, the Asian hate bill.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't only think he got hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just one incident involving a Asian person, somebody made a phone call and they acted upon it. You know what I'm saying? When stuff happened to us, our shepherds say forgive them. You know what I'm saying? Let bygones be bygones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll go out there and peacefully protest. We'll go out there and march, put on all black for a couple hours, take a couple pictures. You know what I'm saying? The leaders will come out, act like they down for it. You know what I'm saying? Take a few pictures, say a couple words in the interview. But then after that, it's right back to normal because they don't take us serious.
Right.
They know that we only stand temporarily, like we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Because when we do that, we go right back to their principalities. We go right back to their way of life, which means we go right back because when George Floyd was killed, we rah-rah and hoopla and we sick of this stuff. We sick of it. That was in May or maybe June. But July 4th rolled around about a month and a half later, and we had on red, white, and blue. God bless America. The scent of pork just went down the street in the neighborhood on the barbecue pit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, you know what I'm saying, this other dude that just got acquitted of two murders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are standing by him.
Right.
And you can see it, the court is standing by him. His brothers, you know what I'm saying, are standing by him. You know what I'm saying? It's no way that a man, a boy that young, walking down the street with an AR-15 on his shoulder, and 3-4 SWAT team trucks roll by him and don't stop.
Meanwhile,
you know what I'm saying?
Like if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Meanwhile, you can't even have a damn cap gun.
Right.
You can't have a cell phone. Forget a cap gun.
Right.
You getting gunned down for a cell phone, you got an AR-15 on the shoulder.
Right.
That's because they understand who their brother is.
Right. And when he got caught, they made sure he was taken care of. You know what I'm saying? He's 17, which means he's supposed to go to big boy jail. He went to a juvenile detention center.
All right.
While one of our brothers in their society, in their nation, in their kingdom, you know what I'm saying, stole a backpack, and he had Rikers Island, which was one of the toughest jailhouses in America.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? At 15, 16. You see what we saying? Like, you see the difference?
Right.
On standing by your brothers in war versus, you know what I'm saying, not standing by your brothers in war. I mean, we you know what I'm saying, when something happens, okay, yeah, we make enough noise, and we sick of it, we tired of this. You know what I'm saying? But they don't take us serious because guess what? We finna help them celebrate their war victory over us in Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? That's a war victory for them. You know what I'm saying? That's a celebration of death for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got them, we bamboozled them, we killed them. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna teach in schools that, oh, we came over here peaceful, we befriended them, and we had a big feast, and all of a sudden, you know, something started happening to them. We don't know. Some of them a lot of them start dying in their own land. But somehow we stayed alive. You know what I'm saying? So we must keep this land for ourselves and just take it and cultivate it and make it our own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, that's what I
Now, hey, in fact, hey, give him a hand. If I could, let me get Mark chapter 3, verse 27, I believe. Because you bring up a real heavy point, sir, and that's the fact that we were saying, this warfare is much deeper than just fighting against one person,
right,
with flesh and blood. When you see them standing together with him, that's them standing together at arms in war.
right.
They are a unit. They are a literal military unit that's at war against us and the other nations. Read it when you got it.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 3, and verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house.
I.S.U.P.K had told me something real heavy a while back, and he said that the women have the job to build the nation, the men have the job to protect it. It's men's job to protect the nation.
Right.
We have different roles in this warfare. Like if once you start, like, you can't ask the quarterback to be the wide receiver, or you're not gonna have a successful game.
Right.
You're not putting people at the position they designed to play. You have to understand that same thing comes with us as brothers. Even within us protecting the nation, we got different roles.
Right.
Every brother ain't the same. So we got different roles to play. We keep going.
And spoil his good.
So you can't spoil a strong man's house you can't enter into a strong man's house without binding them up. You have to take out that man. And that's what you're seeing right now when our brothers is gunning down their brother, like Young Dog got gunned down at that cookie stove. Them brothers didn't recognize that we get cut from inside. We getting cut. Our numbers, we getting cut from our inside numbers. We at war right now against them spiritual wickedness, but we getting cut by the spiritual wickedness by killing our brothers.
Right.
The warfare is more than just, you know what, like I'm just gonna come. Like being in the truth is more than just keeping the commandments. Like it's more than just not eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster.
Right.
It's more than that. John the Baptist kept the commandments.
Right.
But Christ said he shall be least, paraphrasing,
Right.
it say the least in the kingdom gonna be greater than John the Baptist. Why is that? He kept the commandments. Why is the least in the kingdom gonna be greater than him? Go ahead.
It's like you said, because he didn't have the zeal to build the nation.
Make it plain and simple. Make it clear for me.
Because he didn't follow Christ.
He didn't follow Christ. There you go.
Right.
He didn't follow Christ. He wasn't a soldier. He didn't war with his brother. You know, he prophesied the coming of Christ. He foretold that somebody would come greater, but he wasn't ready to follow. Keep going.
will come, except he will first bind.
Read it from the top, Baba Kashab.
Will come. Verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
You know how they bound us up. They bound the strong man with Christianity.
Right.
They bound the strong man with Islam. We at camp, and it's a brother. He said he a Sunni Muslim, but he got a problem with the fact that we got a damn white Mary tied up. You know what I'm saying? A little.
Right.
So how you don't even believe in this?
Right.
You saying you a Muslim, but you got a problem, and that's because he has been bound up. He don't even recognize what he don't know where his thoughts coming from. He don't even know how he thinking, why he thinking what he thinking. You thinking you a Muslim and a Moor and this, that, and the third, and Egyptology and Kemet, and we ain't out there telling them nothing. But you know what? We the Israelites of the Bible, and that's based on biblical prophecy, history, archaeology. And we're not telling you to do nothing other than obey the Lord and love your brother.
Right.
But what? Even if you disagree with what we're saying, why do you have to defend the people that is killing us? You defending them harder than you are trying to love your brother. And that's because of the tactics of their warfare. That's how cunning the damn oppressor is.
Right. And this scripture is so heavy because if you think about what it is saying, you know what I'm saying, binding the strong man. If you bind the strong man, then what are the women and children going to do?
Right.
They're going to do whatever that oppressor says to do.
Right. They're going to fall right in line.
You know what I'm saying? Just think about, you know what I'm saying, if you're familiar with the Willie Lynch letter, you know what I'm saying, that was a war plan against our nation. You know what I'm saying, teaching them how to bind us and to get us to do what they want to be done. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you ever just meet a Banyamin, or what we call a Jamaican, you know what I'm saying, a Caribbean, you know what I'm saying, they cannot stand homosexuality.
Right.
Because of what one of the tactics that they used against them was called buck breaking, which means that they rounded up all the strong men, you know what I'm saying, and you know, perform like heinous sexual acts with them. You know what I'm saying? In front of everybody. So if you see, you know what I'm saying, like if you in the hood and Debo, you know what I'm saying, he the most strongest, most austere, most stiffest dude in your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, and you see some people come along and just straight embarrass him, like straight mutilate him. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? Whatever them people say do. You know what I'm saying?
And if I may, sir,
Go ahead.
to that point that you said, think about Baby from Cash Money.
Right.
That boy baby walking around kissing men on the lips.
Right.
Young thug. You know what I'm saying? Like that boy had that spirit on him. He had been buck broken by the oppressor, so he walking around trying to buck break his brothers.
Right.
So, look,
No, go ahead.
you got some more on that?
Nah, sir.
Let me get 2 Timothy, 2nd chapter. Start at verse 3, I believe. Yeah, read it when you got it.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed.
Yeah, I said 2 Timothy. You said 2 Timothy? Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep going. Yeah. 2 Timothy.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not it. 2 Timothy 2 and 3, right? 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness.
Do what?
Endure hardness.
Do what?
Endure hardness.
Keep going.
As a good soldier of Jesus Christ.
As a good soldier of YAHANNA. A good soldier of YAHANNA. You got to endure hardness. It says as a good soldier. Why does it say that? Because what does a soldier do? Go ahead.
Endure to the end, sir.
Endure hardness, endure to the end, yeah. But a soldier follows orders.
Right.
That's something that you got to understand. This whole structure, like Exodus 15 and 3 says, the Lord is a man of war. This whole thing, this whole Bible, our whole culture is a culture of a military nation. We are a strong a militant nation.
Right.
The Lord is a man of war. So we by nature are men of war. We are men of war too. And that's what John the Baptist didn't do. John the Baptist didn't endure the hardness as a good soldier. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't warring with his brothers. And you know what? And that's why those fake Israelites have a problem with that. They have such a problem with understanding the simplicity that John the Baptist is least in the kingdom when it says it point blank in the scriptures. But they have such a problem because they have that same spirit. They not warring with their brothers. They out there doing their own thing.
Right.
They not with Christ. They the ones that's trying to cancel our Passover when we inviting them to the Passover.
Right.
They don't have the spirit of Christ. And Commander General YAHANNA is such a right. Give Commander General YAHANNA a hand because he's such an exemplary brother and so much in the spirit of Christ that even though they tried to cancel our Passover, he invited them to the Passover still.
Right.
Just like even though they condemned Christ at the cross, Christ said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." They don't understand that they are on the Antichrist. They don't understand that they are against Christ. But we in the I.S.U.P.K, the Commander General YAHANNA, love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans so much that we risk our lives day in and day out to save their lives.
Right.
We risk our lives to save your lives because that's what Christ showed us how to do. And we do exactly what Christ said. We endure hardness. We endure the hardness as a good soldier.
Right. And that means facing persecution from your friends and your family. You know what I'm saying? Separate yourself and not doing the things of this world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it means by being in this world, but not of this world. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Matter of fact, you going to number 4?
Yeah. All right.
So
Verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
you know what I'm saying? No man that war entangle himself with the affairs of this life. when a soldier goes to war, during the battle, he's not thinking about the bills at home. He's not thinking about, oh well, I'm about to miss this Christmas party. Oh man, I wonder if my wife, you know what I'm saying,
Preheated the oven.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if my kids going to school now. In downtime, yeah, they think about stuff like that. But in the battle, during war, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about protecting the man that's in front of you and him that's behind you, protecting him.
Right.
Brotherhood.
Hey.
You looking out for each other.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you are making sure that you carry out your orders. You know what I'm saying? And our orders are to, you know, follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have to, you know, not entangle ourselves with the affairs of these of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't work of this life. We're not supposed to be running around trying to find a Christmas tree right now. You know what I'm saying? Decorating Christmas, you know, finding Christmas lights and all this stuff. Like we're trying to fight against all this stuff. We're trying to please the Most High. We're trying to get our nation back together.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be worried about football player, you know, that just, you know, was on social media, you know, beating his wife. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to entangle ourselves so much to where we lose focus on what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
So that we may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? The Lord chose us to be soldiers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're supposed to please him. And how do we please him? By following his orders.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we are held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Making sure my brother beside me is held accountable. He's making sure that I'm held accountable,
Right,
for my actions. Because if I stumble, he stumbles. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, you know what I'm saying, the story in Jeremiah chapter 7, when one brother, you know, stole some goods from a battle and hid it in his tent. You know what I'm saying? And what ended up happening, you know what I'm saying, is other people started dying in the camp. You know what I'm saying? Some of his other brothers started suffering for what he did. You know what I'm saying? And then he ended up confessing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. All right, you gonna go to number 5, or you got something on that?
No. If I could, and like what he's saying so heavy is because it's our job it's my job to make sure he get back home to his family. Like when we at war, like we have to account for one another. And just like it's my job to watch him, it's his job to watch me. Because you know what? My wife could lose her husband, and my daughter could lose her father. If we take this lightly. We take this lightly. If we think we just out like that, like the spirit of a lot of these fake Israelites, they think Christ's gonna come back and be going back and forth with them about some damn precepts.
Right.
You think Christ's gonna come back and talk to you about some precepts?
The Septuagint.
Right. The Septuagint. like General Muhammad said, like there's something within this body of Christ that's not scholastic.
Right.
Like it's more than like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Study to show yourself approved. You gotta understand, you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying, who you are in your history and do the priest work. But there's a different part of work too that everybody's not cut out for, which is why they aren't a part of the body of Christ, which is why John the Baptist didn't follow Christ. You gotta follow orders in him. You gotta obey the men that watch over your soul.
That's right.
And that's what they don't understand. That's being in the spirit of Christ and loving your brother so much that you would lay down your life for him. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get John 15th chapter. Yeah, 15 verse 12. Start at verse 12.
I'm gone.
This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 12. This is my commandment.
This is my what?
This is my commandment.
Christ didn't make any requests. These are commandments. Just like the Lord got commandments, Christ got commandments. And there's a rank and order structure. It's the Most High, it's Christ, it's the man, it's the woman, and then it's the children. That ranking, you get that in the First Corinthians. It breaks that down for you. And you have to understand that because it's orders coming down to everybody. Can a child say, like, no, I'm not gonna eat this today? Your children tell you what they gonna eat today? Nah. Because you break that order down based off of what information and what you got going on as a damn adult. That rank and order structure right there, that I'm gonna be honest, that keeps a lot of people from the kingdom. Because that spirit of the Antichrist is against that. That's the same way the serpent beguiled Eve and told her that you could have the knowledge of good and evil, you could be a god too.
Right.
That's them trying to get out of that, wiggle around that rank and order. Not try to obey the rank and order. This rank and order comes down a specific way. The Most High gives the order, Christ gonna follow it. Christ gives the order, we gonna follow it. We give an order, the sister's gonna follow it. The sisters give an order, the children gonna follow it. That's how you are a wise and understanding nation. That's how we a well-oiled machine. That's how we get out of this goddamn captivity.
Right.
But as long as everybody wants to do their own thing and be their own Israelites and individualites and all that, they gonna get the judgment that comes with that.
Right.
And we saw what happened to John the Baptist.
Right.
He lost his damn head.
Right. For everybody that's not teaching the law, statutes, and commandments, man, this a price that you're gonna have to pay for leading the people in the wrong direction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me Isaiah 5:20, just real quick. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
It says, woe unto them that call evil good. So destruction coming to you if you call an evil good. So if you're saying that homosexuality is okay, yeah, it's coming for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And good evil.
And following the law, statutes, commandments is satanic, it's evil. You know what I'm saying? We're a cult. You know what I'm saying? We leading people to damnation. Yeah, woe unto you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That put darkness for light.
That put darkness for light. Not even trying to hear or understand, you know what I'm saying, the precepts. Like you don't even want to understand the truth. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay in the darkness because you think you going to church, you know what I'm saying, on Sundays is you in the light. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I go to church on Sunday. I serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that you're not even trying to understand when the Sabbath day is. You don't even care. Right. Because as long as you go to church on Sundays, you good. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know that we got grace, you can do what you want. All you got to do is sow seeds. You still in darkness. All right, go ahead.
And light for darkness.
So, you know, us following, you know, the real Sabbath, which is sundown Friday to Saturday sundown, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's the light that's turned into darkness. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating Hanukkah is darkness. You know what I'm saying? Us celebrating the Passover is darkness. You know, that's what they would, you know what I'm saying, would say. You know what I'm saying? Like making the things that are of the Lord look bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the scripture is saying. All right, go ahead.
that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
So, it's self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? Bitter for sweet. Anything that sounds bad, you know what I'm saying, you make it seem like it's good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But us saying that the Bible is only for Israel, y'all make that seem like it's bad. That's a good thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But y'all say, well, the Bible is for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when we say, the Bible is only for Israel, that y'all making that sweet turn into bitter.
It's like about me.
Go
When the
ahead.
Lord say the Bible is only for Israel.
Right.
That's right.
It ain't even just us. We're not saying nothing of our own.
Right.
The Lord says this.
Right.
And you know why you want to share it? Because you're a slave.
Right.
Because you're a slave in this place. Every other nation ain't sharing a damn thing with you, but you want to share the kingdom of heaven. You want to share your salvation with them when they gun you down in the streets. When they call you your head nappy.
Right.
When they say you a manly woman, Serena Williams, they done broke her.
Oh yeah, they didn't.
They done broke her.
Yeah, they didn't try it, huh?
Yeah. That's because you know how they did that? They binded up the strong man.
Right.
She ain't got no strong black man with her.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's in society's eyes, okay, let Dwayne Wade's son do what he want to do. Let him live how he want to live. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're supposed to be correcting that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he's rich, he's famous. So you're gonna okay it. Well, he doing all that sin and God still blessed him with money. That's how especially a lot of women, that's how a lot of women see. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's still rich, he's still famous. You know what I'm saying? He must be doing something right with the Lord.
Wicked way.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And if I may, sir,
Go ahead.
not knowing that the Christ says it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to inherit the kingdom of the
Right.
Lord.
That's right.
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 Why is it easier? Why? Why is it easier? Go ahead.
So because the rich man won't see his brother, he won't have any brotherhood towards his brother. He only knows what he
Make it
wants.
simple. Make it plain and simple for me.
Because the rich man only cares about his money.
Yeah, but you're missing something very important. You got something, Safar?
Sliger, sir, if I may, he don't see the spirit of the of brotherhood.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you for time's sake. They don't feel like they need the Lord.
Right.
What they need the Lord for?
Their money is their comfort and their power.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So why would I give up my comfort and power? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not worried about paying the light bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried. If I can't fight, I got $1,000 a day for this dude to stand right by me
Right.
and fight for me.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I can't cook, I got $600 a day for Miss Maria to come cook my food for me.
Right.
If I can't count, I got somebody to count my money for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I can't drive, guess what? I got enough money for Sergio or somebody,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, drive my whips for me.
Right.
Right now they buying robotic Bugattis.
Right,
Ain't even it's gonna drive itself.
right.
Man.
What they need the Lord for? What do they need? What do they need to be saved from?
Right.
They luxury, they comforts. But that brother and that sister that's in the street have their mind just so they can forget the damn traumas that they going through every damn day. They need the Lord. They the ones calling to the Lord.
Right. A prime example would be like, Iron Man. Iron Man was rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just can't buy no heart nowhere. So he you know what I'm saying? So he made a whole energy source and made it his heart. You know what I'm saying? He had a suit, like if he was ever to be crippled or paraplegic, he had a suit that can walk, jump, fly for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he couldn't use his hand, he can talk to his whole house. I need some coffee and some eggs. Something coming out of nowhere. Zzz, coffee, eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To give that up for the Lord, I hear you. And that's what it means for why it says it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. If you ever seen the eye of a needle, you know what I'm saying, the needle that seamstress use, that you gotta lick the thread and kind of do like that.
Right.
Now just imagine a camel going through that. That's crazy.
Right. And if I may, like, you know, the scriptures obviously, you know, what I don't want to say absolutely right, but for those that want the context of what Christ is saying right here, that eye of a needle is a narrow passageway.
Right.
That's an alleyway. It's like, you know, it's like an example today was like, you know, trying to fit a Hummer through, you know, the little walkway at the damn airport.
Right.
You know, it's easy to fit your Hummer through the moving walkway than it is for you to get into the kingdom of heaven. And we know this because when the rich man came up to Christ, he wanted to get down. What Christ tell him to do? All right, sell everything you got, give it to the poor, and then follow me. That boy walked off.
Right. Sad.
Sad. He was like, oh, Christ had told him, like, he's like, oh, I keep the commandments. That was like, you know, I've been keeping them commandments.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep the commandments. I sow seeds. I do this.
Right,
I'm doing that.
Yeah, I'm doing my thing.
I mean, what I need to do, get my you know, get my UPK shirt.
Right.
Right.
I want to be like Sapar and YAHANNA. What I gotta do to get like them brothers? But they don't want to make the sacrifice. And every brother's sacrifice is different.
Right.
Don't think your sacrifice. Don't measure somebody else's sacrifice against yours and think you doing so much.
Right.
Because Christ can measure his sacrifice against all of us.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
You think you doing so much, the Lord will take that spirit from you, and you will be out there looking like damn Dennis Rodman.
Right. And that's pretty much what happened to John the Baptist, man. The Spirit of the Lord left him. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when you read the Bible, like John the Baptist, he was that nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew who John the Baptist was. You know what I'm saying? Like when times get hard, like the song
Right.
YAHANNA and YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? When times get hard, man, I mean, what you gonna do? You're gonna barbecue mildew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that thing, you know what I'm saying? That's why he sent his disciples to Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the key thing right there. You know what I'm saying? When people say, well, why y'all say that? Because you shouldn't have no disciples if you the one that baptized Christ. You know what I'm saying? And you prophesied about, hey man, this somebody coming that's better than me. I can't even feel his shoes. And you meet the man, you knew it was him. You seen the act, the
sign
action,
from the Lord.
the sign from the Lord. I'm talking about other priests and prophets like prayed for this to see this. But John the Baptist was the one to see it, to witness it. And for you to still have your own disciples and not follow him like you, man, you should have dried your feet off on the Jordan River and been on his coattail the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But when he went to jail, it was like, man, is that the nigga we supposed that's supposed to be Christ?
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? In his head, he's supposed to like, well, shit, I shouldn't be locked up if that was him.
Right.
By all the stuff I did.
Right. He was expecting something.
Yeah, he was expecting something. Go ahead.
So like I said, is it safe to say if John would have followed Christ, he would have never ended up in a prison?
No, you can't say that.
Right. We not gonna say nothing that the Bible don't say.
Right.
That's right.
Can't say that. I mean, because he could have still followed Christ and still ended up in jail. I mean, Christ went to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that when he faced trying times, he doubted what his whole purpose was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It could be safe to say that he wouldn't be least in the kingdom.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely safe to say.
Right.
If you follow Christ.
Yeah, that was heavy.
You still had something? You had some more on where you was at?
Nah, sir.
Okay. Where was y'all at before?
Isaiah chapter 5, or something before
Yeah,
Isaiah.
before that, you was at John.
John.
Yeah, 15th chapter.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
As what?
As I have loved you.
Christ saying, love one another as I have loved you. And what did Christ do for us? Go ahead.
He died for us, sir.
He died for us. So if he's telling us to love one another as he loved us, that means we got to be ready to die for each other.
Right.
That don't mean we got to be ready to go back and forth about some damn precepts. That don't mean we got to be ready to, you know what I'm saying? This brother ate a damn hot sandwich on the Sabbath. Stone him. We not doing all that. Now, granted, we not letting brothers sin. You can't be in the body and think we finna just have you around. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna come to the temple with a damn bacon burger.
Right.
But that correction is love too. Keep going.
Come. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Greater love. Let's read it again.
Come. Verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. You know who your friend is? Your friend is your brother. That's who your friend is. Because you know who's not your friend? Your damn enemy. Who who everybody over there trying to save, the damn oppressor. The Bible clearly says you got enemies and you got friends. They can't be if your friends is everybody and your enemies is everybody, what sense does that make? God said, you know, everybody like to bring up John 3:16, for God so loved the world. But in the world, if the world is everybody, who's your friends and who's your enemies? Who's the people who you're supposed to lay down your life for? Who's the people you're supposed to separate from? It don't make any sense. Because that's Christianity. Because that Christianity is a lifestyle that has our people destroyed.
Okay.
That Christianity is a lifestyle that I have you gun down your brother while he's trying to get some cookies. Or gun down your brother on the interstate. And they don't recognize, our brothers don't recognize that they are going after the lust of their father, the devil. Who wants black and brown people gunned down? The oppressor. How do we know this? The prisons is filled up with black and brown people. Black and brown people is walking through the streets protesting, asking for their lives to matter. Black and brown people is the ones on the reservations committing suicide at an all-time high. Black and brown people is the ones impoverished, getting high out their mind just to try to get through the day from systematic oppression.
Right.
It's a whole system designed to oppress black and brown people. And who's in charge of this system? The oppressor. The oppressor runs the system. So when we gunning down each other, we don't recognize that that is a tactic of the oppressor. The oppressor has us doing that, and we fulfilling the lust of our father when we do that. When I say we, I mean black and brown people. I'm not talking about brothers and sisters that are in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Right.
You got some more on that?
Con, sir.
All right, keep going.
Verse 14. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
Ye are my friend. You are my brothers. You my brother if you follow orders. You my brother if you endure hardness as a good soldier and follow these orders.
Right.
You're not my brother if you want to go do your own thing. You end up being least in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Drop. You had some sort of like.
No, really.
Hey, drop that and give me let me get Ephesians. Let me see. The 6th chapter. I believe it was. Now let me get Ephesians the 5th chapter, verse 17.
Con. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise.
Read it again from the top.
Con. Verse 7. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise.
Be what?
Ye not unwise.
Be what?
Not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
And you gotta know, like Officer Ron was bringing out earlier, them wicked pastors that's leading our brothers astray, they gonna get their judgment, and they gonna pay for that. But it's still up to you to know what the will of the Lord is.
Right.
You can't just blame it on them. You can't just be like, well, I didn't know. Pastor Pork Chop told me that I could eat pork chops. Why don't you try to open the Bible? Why don't you seek out knowledge? Why don't you go why don't you go to the real priests and prophets and the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Junior YAHANNA?
That's right.
Why not? You know why? Because you want to continue to live that filthy lifestyle that you live. That's what it is. You aren't fighting the war. You're not battling against that spiritual wickedness. You're not battling. When you battling against that spiritual wickedness, you battling against yourself. You battling against Satan, and you battling against the other nations. Because you know who wants to, you remember when you was a Gentile, led away by the dumb idols. All you wanted to do was, get high, be a damn drunkard, be a damn drug addict, be a whoremonger, not care about your brothers and your sisters, not care about building your nation. You was led away by them dumb idols. You was fulfilling the lust of your flesh. Like, Christ didn't have any wives. Christ didn't have any wives. Do you think Christ didn't think women was attractive? Christ, women, just like today, how women fine, women was fine back then too. But Christ was just on his business. Christ just loved his brother so much. Christ was a soldier. Christ, that's why he is our king. That's why he's our king. Made the most sacrifice.
Right.
Made the biggest sacrifice. You can't even match Christ's sacrifice if you try. You can't die for the nation right now. But you know what you can do? Read it again.
Con.
14. John chapter 15, verse 14.
Con. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you.
You could be a brother to Christ and follow his damn orders. That's what you could be.
Right.
You could be that though. You can follow his orders and be his brother. So you had something. All right, let me get Matthew 18 and 21. Matthew chapter 18, verse 21.
Con. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him?
How often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Like how often? Like this is dealing with disputes amongst brothers. This ain't dealing with, loving your oppressor. This is talking about, man, my brother is, he keep doing the same thing. How often am I supposed to forgive him? Keep going.
Till 7 times?
That boy said, damn, I gotta forgive him 7 times. It's like, you keep bringing your food in and you go to the bathroom and you come back, it's always a brother eating one of your sandwiches. It's like, damn, hey, it's a brother eating one of my sandwiches. Every time I come in, he put something in the fridge and you think it's gonna be there when you get back and it's always gone. And it's like, damn, you can talk to him already about it. Like, hey, I come back from work and I be hungry and like I just leave that in the, he's like, okay, my bad, I ain't gonna do it. That boy eat that joint right back again. Oh, you wanted it this time? I thought that was just last week. I ain't know you like Salisbury steak. I ain't know this hungry man was for you. That boy just eating your food. You like, damn, how many times I gotta keep forgiving this brother? Right. It's like, damn, it's like this brother keep doing it. Like at this point, he know he wrong. The brother knows that he's wrong. How often do I gotta forgive him? 7 times? I gotta let him eat my damn pot pie 7 times? Keep going.
Verse 22. Yahweh shall say unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times.
He's saying, I'm gonna say he telling me like, hey, not just 7 times, but what? Keep going. Hey.
But until 70 times 7.
But until 70 times 7, which is not a literal number. That's just how we talk. If I tell you I'm gonna be over there in a minute, don't start counting 60 seconds.
All right.
Because I'm not gonna be there in 60 seconds. I'm gonna be there in a minute though. Because that's how we talk as black and brown people.
That's right.
He's saying not 7 times, but 70 times 7. That boy like, damn. You start adding it up like you try to add up, it don't even matter. Don't even add it up. Because you got to keep forgiving your brother. You got to forgive your brother. Because you know what? Christ forgave us.
That's right.
What do it say in the Lord's Prayer? The Lord's Prayer, Salaki. What does it say? Go ahead.
Forgive us for Salaki, sir. Forgive us for our debts as we forgive those who debt. Salaki.
Go ahead.
Forgive us.
Bring it out. Get it. Let me get it. Get the Lord's Prayer in Luke. Let me get it. Read it when you got it. Hey. You got it?
I don't have. I have the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah, read the Lord's Prayer.
Forgive us for our debts.
Read
As
read chapter and verse, book, chapter, verse.
I don't have. I don't want it.
All right, give me Luke, the 11th chapter.
Mhm.
Look at the Lord's Prayer.
Matthew
You can give it
6 and
Matthew
10.
too.
Matthew 6 and 10. all right.
Con. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts.
And what?
And forgive us our debts.
And what?
And forgive us our debts.
We asking the Lord to forgive us our debts, because we got a debt against the Lord, because you know what? We disobeyed the Lord. We sinned against the Lord. So we asking the Lord to forgive us our debt. Keep going.
As we forgive our debtors.
As what?
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors, the people who sinned against us. You know why we forgive them? Because you want the Lord to forgive you. How you gonna say you deserve to be forgiven if you can't forgive your own brother? How you gonna say that? You can't say it. You can't say it. Matter of fact, drop that and give me 1 John chapter 4. We're gonna let the Lord tell you why you can't say it. Chapter 4, verse 20.
Con. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God.
If a man do what?
If a man say, I love God.
If a man say that he loved the Lord, keep going.
And hateth his brother.
And what?
And hateth his brother.
And hate his brother because he eating the damn, the microwavable dinners in the fridge, because he got some petty grievance with him, because he can't, he over there complaining about the fact that, he always drinking up the liquor and this, that, and the third. And, he complaining about that. He hating his brother because of it. Keep going.
Right.
He is a liar.
He is what?
He is a liar.
He is a liar. Keep going.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
How you gonna love the Lord who you've never seen before, but you hate your brother who you see every day? You can't. You a liar. You a liar if you do. The Lord is telling you a liar right there. Because you can't love the Lord if you hate your brother. Go ahead,
So, Spiker, sir, I have a question about that.
Go ahead.
Does this apply like if you like don't like being around certain people that that that's negative or messy, like for example, tell people that tell tales.
Say that. Ask your question again.
Like does this scripture apply around tell bearing people
Talk about liars.
like liars or people that's like for example like other brothers that's messy.
Now, when you say people, you talking about an Israelite, right?
Concept.
So you talk about your brother, and you asking, is the scripture talking about your brother who you see every day who lying to you?
Well, I wouldn't say lie, but just have a personality that that's like, well, like let's say if
Like your wallet missing or something, you're like, no, I don't know nothing about that.
well,
And then he get caught with it. He's like, I was just playing.
well, in the situation, like let's say, like, you know, if you first meet this brother and you know, and y'all talking, and the thing that y'all talk about is spread around the like the whole work.
So he gossiping.
Yeah, gossip.
Gossiping.
Like if you want to separate yourself from that particular brother.
I mean, you want to stay away from all evil. You know what I'm saying? If you work, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like if you're working with them and you got to be around them. I mean, you have no choice but to be around them because you're at work. But you don't necessarily have to put yourself in a situation where, you know what I'm saying, that you listening to the gospel. I mean, if it's anything about the gossip that you don't like, or the talk that you don't like, or you pull him to the side and like, hey man, don't, you know, that person out here to defend themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when you show your light and show him Matthew 18-15.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you show him how to be a brother. You know what I'm saying? You be a brother to him by showing him how to be a brother. You know what I'm saying? If it's just somebody that's just, you know what I'm saying, that's just like that, you know what I'm saying, which is a female trait anyway. I mean, then you just go on about your business. And then, you know, the Lord will deal with how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something to where, like, you know, like these are family members or these are friends or something, or you were just asking a general question?
Well, it's a co-worker at work, and
Right.
you know, and you know this cat, you know, gossip, you know, more than the females on the job. You know
Right.
what
I mean, if you ain't got to work with them directly, I mean, you can always cut that conversation short. Hey man, look here, brother. Man, I feel what you're saying, but you know, I don't want to hear that type of talk right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know, that it ain't cool to be talking about somebody behind their back. You know what I'm saying? You just take the approach like, man, if you got a problem with that brother, go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because and don't be surprised if he start talking about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he's gossiping to you about somebody else, just rest assured that he's gossiping about you to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if he's gossiping about somebody else to you, I mean, your name probably be in there, you know, eventually too. I mean, that's how it works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like that is a female trait. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you know, she do this and she do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she come to work late and she do that. She talking to you now. You know what I'm saying? But then when you're not around, well, you know, so Paul, he do this, he do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, so now that causes, you know what I'm saying, that causes discord.
Right.
Because when you look at the person that she was talking about, you look at them in a different light. And then somebody that she was talking about you, they look at you in a different light. So you walk into work, and why she looking at me like that? Or why are you looking at me like that? It's because somebody's been gossiping. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the 6 things that the Lord hates. That's Proverbs, I think it's 21. But that's one of the 6 things that the Lord hates. You know what I'm saying? Gossip is one of them. You know what I'm saying? A man that sows discord among brethren.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you will want to either try to nip that in the bud by showing them Matthew 18-15, like, hey man, if you got a problem with them, you know what I'm saying? Go talk to him. But like I don't want to hear that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if he takes an aggressive approach, then you say, all right then, brother, you ain't got to talk to me about it no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to hear about it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And then if somebody come back and tell you, hey man, sometimes I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know. If they were talking about being cool, don't worry about it. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like I think you Proverbs the 6th chapter, I think.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah,
Right.
Proverbs 6. Yeah, you can definitely read. But like I don't want to say it. Yeah, you ain't just because a brother is gossiping. That don't mean you hate your brother though.
Right.
Right.
Like you don't hate your brother. Like you're not finna partake in that with them. And you always gonna, like, we men, you know, we deal with each other as men, but we love one another, because we gotta love one another as Christ loved us. How you gonna sacrifice? You feeling like, man, this brother don't deserve your sacrifice when you start thinking about that type of stuff.
Right.
Now you ain't gonna die for him. Christ did.
Right.
Did you deserve to be died for? When you was getting edge ups and eating bacon burgers?
Right. Right.
Because Christ could have came and played the same movie with you and me.
Mhm.
So you gotta have compassion for your brother too. That's the difference between the law, the letter of the law, and the spirit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like what it was, you know what I'm saying? If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
Right.
You know, so how do you hate your brother?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, you know, in the truth, you know, it's the way that we, you know, love and hate each other. I hate you if I don't try to correct you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I hate you if I don't try to help you. You know what I'm saying? If I see an out of control bus coming down the street and you standing in the middle of the street and I'm just sitting there like, man, that bus about to tear that up.
Right.
Like, yeah. Let me get my phone out and go and record this.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Put it on TikTok or something. You know what I'm saying? If I see you going through some troubling times and I just throw fuel on the fire, that means I hate you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I see you wanting to commit a sin, if I see you want to go over there and rob that store or rob that bank, and I don't say nothing, you know what I'm saying? I hate you. If I see you struggling, hungry, damn near about to be put out your house or whatever, and I don't try to help, or at least talk to you in some form of fashion, try to get you some help, I hate you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what brotherhood is. That's what warring with your brother is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Suffering his afflictions just like they were yours.
Right.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you would want somebody to lend a hand to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you keep reading down, like and, you know, when we was reading Matthew 18 and 21, when you keep reading, you know what I'm saying, Christ explained, like he explained a parable about somebody owing somebody money. You know what I'm saying? And it said that, you know, that somebody owed, like, I'm just paraphrasing, like owed the king, I'm gonna just say, it said 10,000 talents. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have the money to pay it back. So he dropped to his knee, hey, forgive me, you know, give me more time. I need time to pay you back. So the king saw his pity and gave him another grace period. All right, man, I'm just going do what you got to do to pay my money back. He leave, he sees somebody that owe him $10. Hey, nigga, where my money at? My bad, dog, man. I've been going through it. You know what I'm saying? I got $2 on me. I don't even have your $10 yet, man. I'm sorry. Now you just grab him by the neck and straight, hey, nigga, you better have my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the same compassion that the king just gave you, you weren't even trying to hear, and he owe you less. You know what I'm saying? That's hating your brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it say. How, you know, if you say you love God but hate your brother, you lying. You know what I'm saying? Because the script throughout all the scriptures it says love your brother or love thy neighbor, and that's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You got something to say?
If I could, yeah. And to that point, he was just saying, it say your neighbor because your neighbor is your brother.
Right.
Right.
Because you live around your family. If a damn Chinaman says, if he talk about his neighbor, you best believe he's talking about a damn Chinaman. Because they in Chinatown and it's full of Chinese people. And that's who his neighbor is. They neighbors. And that's the same neighbor right there. But the white man, how you confuse and believe, because there's a few uppity Negroes that want to live amongst them, that the neighbor means who you living by.
Right.
You know, LeBron James' neighbor.
Right.
No, his neighbor is his brother. But to the point he was saying about, you know, communicating to your brother, let me get Hebrews, the 13th chapter, verse 16. Because that was a heavy point that he brought out. Like not letting you get hit by that bus. Sometimes he might have to fight you to stop you. You might be trying to get to the liquor store across the street before it closed
Right.
because you got a damn problem, and he over there trying to save your damn life, and you finna run across the damn street. I don't even care. And he gotta fight you to stop you from getting hit by the damn bus. To be a brother to you. Read it when you got it.
So it's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 16. But to do good and to communicate.
But to what?
And to communicate.
But to do good and to communicate. Go ahead.
Forget not, for with such sacrifices.
For with such what?
Such sacrifices.
For with such what?
Sacrifices.
Because communicating is a sacrifice. Communicating is a sacrifice. Because it's not always easy to communicate with your brother.
Mhm.
It ain't easy. You got to make a sacrifice to do that. You sacrifice. You're sacrificing your time, your energy. Sometimes your brother may not want to hear you.
Right.
You know, it's been situations that I've been a part of firsthand. A brother had too much to drink, and you like, hey, just chill out real quick. I'm gonna chill with you. We gonna drink these waters, play some dominoes or something, play some bones for a minute, let you sober up, and then you know what I'm saying. Then we get to the house after that. Or you know what? Just stay with me. You know what I'm saying? You just stay at my place. You know, you had a little bit too much to drink. They like, no, bro, I'm finna get home. I'm finna get home right now. You know, I do this. You thinking I'm drunk? No, I ain't drunk. You don't know me. That boy hit you with the TI. You don't know me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had to, you over there going back and forth trying to help him. Communicating with him to sacrifice. You could have just let him ride on and do his thing. Like, go ahead. But you know what that means? You hate your brother.
Right.
Like you said, you hate him.
Right. Just think of a situation, you know what I'm saying? Like this whole class has been talking about warring with your brother. And just take your mind to like if you was in an actual battle. You just got into it with your brother that got your six on your back. Y'all had a little spat, whatever, some words or whatever. Boom. A grenade popping out. You don't communicate, what's gonna happen? Go ahead.
It made him get you out one.
Both of y'all did.
Right, cook.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got so much hatred and so much animosity in your heart to where even in war, you won't open your mouth to talk to your brother. You know what I'm saying? Even in trying times, you won't open your mouth to relay a message. You know what I'm saying? It could have been easy as, brother, grenade.
Right.
And he might be close enough to,
Right.
toss it away. I'm just saying, I'm just using that, you know what I'm saying, because we're talking about
Within
war.
the context.
You know what I'm saying? Now, he could have been close enough to, either get rid of it, smother it, or y'all both dive out the way.
Right.
Or you might be just one of them hateful, wicked brothers, and you dive out the way and let him stay there.
And that's not the spirit of Christ.
And that's definitely not the spirit of Christ.
You better, the spirit of Christ is jumping on the grenade.
Right.
Because that's what Christ did for us. He done jumped on a damn atom bomb for us.
Right.
Like Christ done took the whole nuke.
Right. Like a champ.
Right. Drunk the whole cup. And we over here trying to not deal with our brother because they gossip.
Right.
Yeah. And that's when you girt your loins, and that's when you do good to communicate. Hey, bro, I'm not feeling how you be moving with what you're talking about. That's an effeminate trait. You my brother, which is why I'm coming to you and I'm telling you.
Right.
But that's not how we get down. I don't get down like that.
I mean, you still treat him like a brother. I mean, you got to work with him. Still speak to him every morning or whatever, man. What's going on, brother? Yeah, family good. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, you know what I'm saying, it might not happen like as soon as you say it, but eventually he's gonna take note that he corrected me, because his spirit gonna know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His spirit gonna get convicted. You know what I'm saying? Why does this dude keep talking to me? And he told me about, you know, he don't want me. You know what I'm saying? That'll check him. Like, maybe I do gossip a little too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he picked it up from somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe he can pick up the spirit of brotherhood from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. 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 Yeah, right. Any questions online? Any questions in the room?
Let me check Facebook.
Right, because that's a heavy point too. Because you got to think about it like this: we all picked up this spirit from Christ.
Right.
We picked it up from Commander General YAHANNA. He picked it up from Christ.
Right.
Holding fast to the spirit of the scriptures. When everybody around them dropped their swords and everybody around them started hating their own damn brothers, he still stayed in the spirit, and we get it from him. Because no good tree can produce bad fruit. Which is why, you know, brothers is really changing their lives, and brothers and sisters' lives is being changed here. Which is why this is the narrow straight gate. You would look how many people is in the room with you right now. Look how many people is in the room with you. Look how many brothers and sisters that's standing with you to serve the Lord. Because narrow is the way, paraphrasing, to the kingdom, but broad is the path to destruction. That's why that Joel Osteen mega church is filled up.
Right.
Because everybody in they on their way to being destroyed. But you killing the man that you was, killing the woman that you was, so that you could be a part of the body of Christ. And where'd you get that from? You got it from these scriptures. You got it from Commander General YAHANNA. You got it from the generals. You got it from the captains. You got it from the officers. All the way down.
Right.
All the way down to the kids. These kids that's coming up in the truth, they not gonna ever have eaten pork.
Right.
They're gonna grow up understanding to not gossip and to love your brothers and your sisters. That's a beautiful thing. And you wouldn't be able to get that anywhere else other than him. So that's why you sacrifice yourself for your brother. That's why we go to war. That's why that sister's at the house taking care of the house for that man.
Right.
That's why you're doing that, sis. You're doing that because you want to see the kingdom of heaven. You want your kids to not have to worry about being molested.
Right.
That's why you're doing. That's why you're making a damn pot pie and shutting your damn mouth. That's why. Because this thing's more important than how you feel.
Right. Don't entangle yourself with the things of this life, man. That's what a soldier does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Paul said he died daily.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He fought his flesh daily. And not only his flesh, like he helping other people fight theirs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's one hell of a task to do. You know what I'm saying? As a man of the Most High and a brother, and still, you know what I'm saying, do what he got to do.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
And with that, you know, pay your tithes to the men of the Lord.
Right.
You know, I know you got something on that one, sir.
Yeah. Pay your tithes, man, because that's what helps. That's what helped the priests do their duties. You know what I'm saying? That's what helps Commander General YAHANNA, you know what I'm saying, feed our nation. You know what I'm saying? Feed, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters that was at the border.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what helped feed the homeless people and the people that are without, you know what I'm saying, right here in the States. You know what I'm saying? Giving them clothes, shelters. You know what I'm saying? Like Commander General Hunters, he's building barracks everywhere. He's buying land, like he's buying buildings. You know what I'm saying? Not for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have one of those robotic Bugattis if he wanted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he chooses to, you know what I'm saying, build facilities and buy resources, you know what I'm saying, for the people, for God's people. You know what I'm saying? And that's very commendable. Like that's what you want as a leader.
Right.
That's who you want as a leader.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to, you know what I'm saying, to take your hard-earned money, then pull up in a robotic Bugatti, and then you come to them about your problems, and they just tell you, let Jesus take the wheel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They taking your damn money.
Man, they just taking your money. Let God handle it. You know what I'm saying? Just give and let go.
Right.
That's not how you do things, man.
Right. Well, I mean, so wow, when they ask you for the money, why wouldn't you just tell them let Jesus take the wheel?
Right.
Let Jesus take the wheel.
Right.
You be all right, Pastor. Let Jesus take the wheel.
He already took it for you. Got the robotic Bugatti.
Right. Exactly. Right. He telling you to let Jesus take the wheel. You tell, hey, the same should go for him.
Right.
But that's how you know you're a damn liar and a greedy dumb dog that can't bark because he can't, he doesn't know the prophecies. He don't know the changing of the time.
Right.
He can't see what, he can't warn you because he isn't a part of the Lord's flock.
Right.
He's not a good shepherd. But Commander General YAHANNA is. I can firsthand attest to that. Like every brother in the school can and every sister can. That's a part of this body.
Right.
They can.
And so if you're in the Houston area or wherever you are watching this class from, just find your city. Find a number to your city. We have a feast day coming up that'll be announcing the security announcements. But if you're in Houston, man, 7701 Belford Street.
Right.
Houston, Texas, 7701. 7701 Belford Street, Houston, Texas, 77061. You know what I'm saying? Is the address, man. Where you can come learn about this high holy day that we're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, celebrate versus what people are gearing up to celebrate, you know what I'm saying, now. You know what I'm saying?
And if I could, let me get one precept before we go. Let me get Amos, the 5th chapter.
Right.
You know, you definitely just reminded me about that. So that's a heavy point because you celebrating the holidays of the oppressor when the Lord don't stand with you on that.
Right.
You get the 5th chapter, I think the 21st verse. Yeah, 21.
Come. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I hate.
What?
I hate.
What?
I hate.
What?
I hate.
The Lord hates. The Lord hates. Keep going.
I despise your feast
He
days.
despised what?
Your feast days.
The Lord hates Thanksgiving. The Lord hates Thanksgiving. He despises it. Keep going.
And I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
And he don't want to smell that fried turkey. He don't want to smell the nasty stovetop stuffing.
Or that honey baked ham.
Or that honey baked ham with the pineapples.
All right.
He don't care about none of that. That's a plate full of garbage. It's a table full of garbage to him.
Yeah.
He despises it.
That's right.
It's like if I went and took the damn dumpster out there and just spread it across the table and told y'all to dig in, y'all would hate that.
Right.
And that's how the Lord feel about when you've done freshly prepared a damn wicked meal to the oppressor, to idols, because that's who you when you celebrate Thanksgiving, the oppressor is your God, because they celebrated the day that they triumphed over our brothers.
Right.
That's what they celebrated. They celebrated the day that they put smallpox blankets, gave smallpox blankets to our brothers and sisters, and said thanks for giving it up.
Right.
And it's so damn wicked and careless about the damn atrocities they do, they say thanks for giving when they know they took it.
Right.
And the Lord hates it and you don't smell it. So Lockie, that's it on that.
And with that, Major, which means to stand. We'll give a courteous salute to the brothers and the sisters. Men of Israel, YAHANNA, Major, Barak,
Yahweh
Ship, y'all shop, rock thought.
that's my top. Saw, face the sisters. Men of Israel, YAHANNA, Major, Barak,
Yahweh
Ship, y'all shop.
that's my top. Dismissed.